If not, well, we can talk in the meantime to give the technicians a bit more time. But anyway, first of all, we're going to hear about the platform for cognitive stimulation based on interactive television, usability study on people with dementia. This is by Vanesa Lobato from the Unit for Research for You of the CTIC. Okay, I'll give you the floor. Thank you. I'm not sure if the presentation is ready, the screen.
Ese es el de la mesa de mezclas.
Bueno, mientras tanto aprovecho y me voy presentando y así.
Well, in the meantime, I'll get going for this half minute. As Miguel Ángel said, my name is Vanesa Lobato. I come from CTIC, it's a specialist research unit in ICT. It's located in Asturias. And today I'm here to talk about a project related to the subject of this workshop. Not from the point of view, not from the technical point of view, I'm going to talk about blocks or technological components, because the idea is to give you 4 main ideas about our experience in trying different cognitive stimulation techniques with users, and the findings or the interesting things that we have seen and observed in these tests. Since time is limited, if you have any particular interest in finding out more about the platform, technical aspects, then at the end I'll leave you my contact details and you can ask me, and I'll be very pleased to help you. My background, my training is technical, but I feel happy working in multidisciplinary groups, which are so trendy at the moment. They include more psychosocial areas, users groups, care workers. Here I am as the visible face, but there are a lot of people, a whole group behind me that have been working on this. And this photo, well, I wanted to show this photo just to refer to all the people working with me in CTIC in our research area. And in the specific framework of this programme, we've also been involved with 4 other partners who I'll mention later on. So CTIC is a private entity, it's non-profit making, it's located in Asturias. I shan't go into exactly what we do, but I would just like to say that we have 2 main pillars of activity. One is more about promotion and the use of technology and so on. Information society, and then a more technological side, which is where we work on R&D and technological services. And if any of these sound familiar, well, we could talk about standardization of the web. We work with the W3C, which is an international organization about standardization, WACA guidelines, the AAA, AAA, for all those people that know about that, well, you'll know what I'm talking about. And this has been something that's been done for some years now. We've heard from Christina from APAT. We've worked with them. We've collaborated with them in this area, and today they work in slightly different areas. So the areas of research, we have 4 main areas. We have one about semantic technologies, the independence of devices, wireless technologies, and the one that I work on, which is For You. For You is most directly linked with users, end users, and we are working and involved in projects that look at usability, usefulness, so we really concentrate on the user, so everything that begins with you. And we could talk about different adjectives, but it's all about the user. So if we talk about digital television, this is television, everyone knows about that. Digital is the second name, which makes it more technological. And besides allowing us to have more channels, better quality, subtitles, languages, etc., there is a characteristic that I wanted to highlight above the rest, which is related to this technology, and that is interactivity. The possibility of using a TV as a new interface, not better or worse, but just different. So we're talking about information, providing information through different services, and With this interface, it can be more comfortable, easier to use. We have this image of the human hand and the computer image. I use this because it makes, well, we could talk about social inertia and technology. We try to give things a technological side, things that we have in everyday life, things that we conceive of in a particular way, and this device, this kind of technology at a particular time can form part of our daily life with a more technological facet. So in the case of television, this is a very clear example. We had 2010, the analog switch off, and the DTT has not met all of their expectations, but the idea is using TV as a means of communication, and we mustn't forget about this, regardless of the technology that's behind this, because the user basically sees the TV and the remote control, and that's the most important thing. So the project that I mentioned is DESICA. We've carried it out within the framework of the National Plan for Scientific Research, Development and Technological Innovation with the IMSERSO, and also together with the Salamanca Institute for Dementia and the Cartif Foundation and the ISS. And as I said, this is a project with many partners involved. So what's it all about? Well, it's all about using the TV to be able to provide information on the one hand related to dementia. So it's a channel for distributing information about this subject, and also a channel by which to carry out cognitive stimulation activities which form part of non-pharmacological treatments. So music therapy, amongst others. So we have these non-pharmacological therapies that are being worked on, and some can be done via digital television, and this is a new field. It's a new channel, rather, by which we can propose such activities. So I'm not going to show the video. I don't want to waste too much time, but here on this slide I have 4 images of the general design. Basically, I'd just like to say that we've tested 2 kinds of activities. One related to cognitive stimulation in language, and another related to memory. There are other things about calculations, sequencing, sorry. But basically it's all about understanding the dynamics and the way of interacting to look at whether it's interesting or not, whether it's useful. And together with therapists, we looked at whether they were really useful. So the development, I won't go into great detail. If you want to ask me afterwards or contact me afterwards, that's fine. But what I wanted to say here and now, well, I wanted to explain the main things that we've seen after the validation phases and the tests with real users in the center in Salamanca. The pilot experience involved users with dementia of minor or moderate nature, and the range of ages, well, as you can see, it's between 74 and 89 years and an average age of 82. So these are people of a certain age. There were 4 therapists involved from the centre, and as I said, the activities were related to the stimulation of language and memory. With regards to sessions and scenarios for validation itself, well, we could say that there were different sessions of games, 30 minutes per session and per user. At the start